I'll show you 3 ways how to give your LLM a tool to execute arbitrary code. If you use ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever in the web app or in the desktop version, you can upload files and the LLM handles these files. It can reformat to other file formats, create new files, and all this kind of stuff is done in the backend because the LLM can execute arbitrary code that it seems fit for the situation. You can do this yourself in your own LLM application. The first option you have to give your LLM a tool to execute code is OpenAI's Code Intrepreter. The thing is, previously you had to use it via the Assistance API, and this was a really shitty experience. Now they have the new Responses API, and I must be honest, I never tried it out because it was just horrible to use the Assistance API before. The second option is E2B. This one is similar. You also just give your agent tools to execute stuff, and here they have these secure sandboxes, they call it. We didn't use it in our own production apps because you could only run it in the cloud, and it was not hosted in Europe. Now you can already self-host it, or at least you could always self-host it, but now at least they have more of a guide. The problem is that it's rather involved. It's not just a Docker Compose up, but yeah, you have to follow a lot more steps. And then something we found more recently is LLM-Sandbox. This GitHub repository with only 500 stars is awesome. It allows you to spin up a small Docker container on demand where the LLM can execute Python code or JavaScript code or other languages. And you can specify which libraries it should have. So if you want to create a PDF, for example, you want to install Report Lab before, if you want to work with Excel, I don't know, how is it called? Open XYL, I always forget it, or Pandas or Polars, and you can install it on the fly with libraries, or you can install it in a custom Docker image before. And it's very easy to run, and you just install it here. And what we do in our own apps is that we mount folders inside of our backend. And in this folder, then the LLM Sandbox can execute any code. The LLM can execute any code in the sandbox. And after the Docker container is deleted, it's persisted because we mounted the folder before. So this is really very cool. For example, what you can do is you can give each user in your app and each thread their own folder. And then you just mount it in the LLM Sandbox and it executes the code. And this is also rather fast, like it runs in I don't know, 30 seconds, sometimes faster if it's a complicated thing, longer. But yeah, this is an awesome tool. I recommend you. LLM Sandbox, 500 stars, MIT licensed, but 11 hours ago the last commit, so it's definitely active. Check this one out. I think it's the best. If you're interested in running complicated AI agents for your company, doing process automation, finding knowledge, whatever, contact us at DentroAI. We do this every day, and we help businesses making complex solutions feel easy. DentroAI.com or send us a direct message.